I got to switch a little bit of the way that it portrays because it's going to go like a mirror image.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see everything reads perfectly now. It's not like if you're looking at a mirror and it's backwards.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. Awesome. Annalisa!
Hi.
Thank you for coming. I know nothing about you. I mean, just like oh my god, look at her cosplay. It looks so cool.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, I'm just going to walk away now.
Oh no, that happens too much though, because I'll have people like message me later. They're like, oh no, I was like too intimidated to talk to you. I'm like, why?
I know, right?
I'm like, I'm just a big nerd. I have like so much social anxiety. Like, please don't feel bad.
You're helping me if you come talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's super awesome to know. I'm going to totally bug the hell out of you next time I see you at a con. Be like, hey, Annalisa, it's me, remember? Hey, you're on my podcast. So,
yeah.
Thanks again for coming.
Thank you.
Super awesome to have
Nice
you
to
here.
meet
Nice to meet you as well. Again, my name is Angel.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Angel, but I say my name in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's Angel. His name is Angel, and we try not to get each other confused. So that's why we call him Angel and me Angel.
That makes sense.
But it's, that's just the way names work, I guess, sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, your name is pretty interesting, too. It's like a combination of two names.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about? Do you know the history of your name, or are you just like, oh, they named me Annalisa?
It was a family name. It's the name of my cousin, so I guess it's the one my mom and dad decided on. So,
So it's been around.
Yep.
They're just like, at least you're not like, okay, here's the biggest problem that I have with when they take someone else's name is that technically you're the junior now.
Yeah.
So at least you don't have that acronym title on the side of you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've only met my namesake maybe a few times as a kid, so at least it's not like confused in the family.
Okay, so at least they know the difference between Annalisa and they're like, it's pretty much portrayed as you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're the Annalisa of the family.
Yep.
Nice. Well, again, thank you for coming.
Mm-hmm.
This is the MuseMe TV podcast / web show because it's pretty much live on YouTube right now. And that's all we do is just shoot the breeze and have a talk about anything and everything that's happening right now.
Sounds good.
I don't know what you're into, so that's why we're going to dive into the mind of Annalisa. It's like this weird documentary by Shane Dawson, right? But yeah, we're going to find out more. So let's start off with the bare essentials of what I know you as a cosplayer.
Yes.
What got you into cosplay? How'd you start cosplaying?
So, anime.
Anime?
I started drawing anime before I actually started watching it. I was like 12 years old watching Sailor Moon and
the classics.
Yeah, my first con I went as Hatsune Miku. Oh my gosh, it was like 2010. I can't remember the name. They don't run it anymore.
Was it here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What cons are there that have been there? Oh, there's Kanji-Con, but that still goes on. Subaku-Con is another one that happens.
Yeah.
Albuquerque and Santa Fe Comic-Con, which happens quite regularly, which is having a lot of controversy, if you've noticed.
Yeah.
Whoa. And what else was there? There used to be Otaku Mex. That was another anime con, but that was
it, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think that was it. I remember like I went and... Do you know the person who sells like the kitty hats, Elliot-chan?
Yeah, I do actually.
I got my first hat from her, yeah.
Nice. So it's like first encounter of a con. Is that the first con you've ever been to?
Yeah, so that was the first. It was like 2010, and I was like so into Vocaloid, still I am. So yeah, ever since that I've been just going to cons.
Just gaining more knowledge and getting more into the community. It's cool too because I've been in the community for quite a while, and then getting to see you coming into it is just like another cool thing. More people introduced to the culture and stuff, so that's awesome. But yet you've always been an anime fan, right?
Yeah, since I was like maybe like 10 or 12.
Nice. Let's name off some animes that you like to watch that will never get old to you.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist, Soul Eater. Oh my gosh.
The classics. I love it.
Ouran High School Host Club for sure.
Oh, that is so amazing.
Yeah.
Those uniforms. Oh, I just want to be there. I just want to be there.
Oh yeah. No, it's funny. So Full Metal Alchemist came up yesterday.
Don't worry about that. It happens a lot more often. This too. You'll hear a lot of people do this. You can do that. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Just a lot of noises. That's what this podcast is.
But yeah, it was funny. So I was on my way to work and like it's probably saw my story, like a guy crashed into my car. And so we're like waiting there. We're waiting there for APD to show up, get a report. And I have like all these anime stickers on the back of my car. So he like looks at my car. He's like, so you like Full Metal Alchemist? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm sorry we had to meet in these terms, but do you like Brotherhood or the originals? So
at least you broke the ice that way. It's like,
yeah.
And that's always the best way too, is like seeing somebody's shirt or seeing somebody at a con. You're like, oh, obviously you're here for the mutual interests. Get to know each other. And your aspect, the back of your car, they're just like, unfortunately we got in this accident, but hey, you like anime too.
Yeah.
And it obviously broke the ice, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like that douchebag. It's like, my neck, help me.
No. Yeah, so that was good.
That's always good because, I mean, there's a lot of bad people here in our city.
Unfortunately.
I hear a lot of bad things. Like, I just opened my Facebook like 5 minutes ago, and my friend's like, somebody stole my car. I'm just like,
Yep, that's Albuquerque. Like, I feel bad because I work at a hotel, and I have people come in. They're like, so is Central safe? I'm like, sure.
what part of Central are you going to?
Yeah, because I'm in Old Town, so it's like, it's not the worst, but
yeah, it's still kind
Central.
of, there's that like transitional period because it's so weird when you do it. You're driving down Central and you just like, nice prestige. Oh, wow, ghetto. And then we're going closer to the mountains and it's nice back to the tramway area where it's really nice and new movie theaters and stuff. I'm just like, wow, what's going on, Albuquerque? But have you been always here? Have you lived here your whole life?
Yeah.
Don't make it sound so disappointing.
The general area, yeah. I've lived in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, Edgewood. Before Albuquerque, I was kind of in the Jemez area.
So New Mexico. Never left New Mexico?
No.
Always been here.
Yep.
Well, that's cool because New Mexico has a lot of rich history.
Yeah.
So it's nice little slice of life, its own little thing. But then there is those bad things, obviously.
Yeah.
Car break-ins, police shootings.
Yep, has its good and bad.
Yeah, has con owners that are considered sexist. I mean, there's so many things. I mean, I don't know if you know too much of the Jim Burleson controversy.
Not too much right now, no.
Oh my god.
I'm like trying to catch up, but I don't know where to like look.
Start at either. Where do you start? The controversy's been going on for like almost 2 years now, so it's just like it's just a big spiraling snowball.
Yep.
So, are you excited for any of the new cons coming up?
Yeah, I really like Spaku's my favorite, so I always look forward to that every year.
Nice.
And KanjiCon, so I'm smaller, but I like it.
That's coming up here in November, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you prepared?
Well, we'll see what I have in my closet. I'll probably bring maybe the costume I just finished, the Lady Amathia one.
Oh,
maybe.
nice.
Yeah.
Still think maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm like just starting to like actually make my cosplays, and even the dress. I went to my grandmother with the intention of her just like guiding me, and then she's like, "Oh, you cut this pattern horribly. I have to make this." So I'm like trying to make my own costumes.
I love that you're like, "Well, thanks, Grandma."
I know. I was like, I don't want you to do the whole thing, but she was like, "No, I just have to. It's okay." So like, I'm happy. She's like, it'll just be your birthday present. So I was like, that works.
That's nice. But I mean, you're still probably learning from her as well, too, right?
Yeah, because I want to make more of my own. Because like a lot of the costumes I've done was like a bit of this found and that. So.
Oh, like what are those called? Like closet cosplays, where you find pieces and you put them together to make the cosplay. That's always fun to do too, as well, because you always can come up with so many ideas.
Yeah.
Because I mean, who doesn't want to cosplay multiple characters? I'm always trying to find out new things to cosplay. I'm just like, oh man, this is my biggest problem. You don't have to say it in a negative way or anything, but I always have a problem with finding characters of my skin tone.
I get you.
I have that problem. I'm just like, why is there no there's no Hispanic?
Yeah, come on, Japan.
I know what is going on. Portray more Hispanics inside of your anime. No offense. I mean, I love my culture. I am who I am. But I mean, there's sometimes where I want to be Goku and I just feel like it's not going to work out as well as I want to. So
you should, though.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, I guess I just have to branch out more, not be so shy about it.
Yeah.
Because I've had that problem. I'm kind of like that person who's just like, I don't know, maybe I want to be judged and it's not going to come out as good as I want it to be.
I'm the same, though. It's okay.
Okay.
Like, if you notice me at the cons, I'm, like, in the background with my Pocky, like, just looking at, like, the waifu stickers. So.
Everybody, yeah, all the great stuff. That's another thing, too, is, like, going to a con is just, like, a giant market of, like, everything that you can possibly want. I'm just like,
oh, yeah.
I can't even handle going through the first row without wanting to buy something. I'm always constantly spending too much money at cons.
Yeah, like the artist alley has like become one of my favorites, and so like I just got the keys for my new apartment Friday, so I'm like super excited to go get some more art prints at a con.
Start decorating it.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. You're just gonna go straight otaku on it.
Yeah, I have like all the pastel colors. It's like a cup
That's pretty cool to think that like.
studio before that. At the yeah, it's
Oh,
nicer.
that's amazing. I could just imagine like, because I can imagine going from a smaller setting to just being able to go into a bigger one. There's probably more room, more liberty to do things, right?
Yeah, because it's hard. Because I love the studio, but it's just like everything's there. It's like the bedroom, the living room is like just one room, and then the kitchen. But yeah.
But I mean, that's growing experience. That's so cool.
Yeah.
What is are you into like different pop culture things right now? Like maybe like the Marvel movies? Have you been keeping up with them?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could like say spoilers about Infinity.
Say it. If you haven't watched it yet, that's your fault because we're about to spoil it all. Spoiler alert. Go ahead.
So I remember like 2012, Loki came on the screen. It was just like love at first sight. And so like I go and I heard like someone died, and I was like, oh my gosh, it just can't be Loki. I was like, it's not Loki. It's gonna be like Captain America or something. And so
Iron Man, somebody that should have died a long time ago.
And I go into this, like, I walk in a few minutes late, and I walk in, and I see him, like, dying before my eyes. This is, like, the first thing I see of Infinity War. I'm like, oh, boy.
Like... And then I'm pretty sure that set the pace for the whole thing. You're just like, oh, man, I'm so sad now.
No, I'm like, he has to come back. I'm like, he's not dead. It's fine.
Well, there is that theory that they are going to come back. All of them are just stuck. Well, no, he died, right? Everyone else.
He wasn't even a part of that. He just got killed.
Yeah, he wasn't like snap the fingers and turn into ash. He was.
Yeah.
They got rid of him in the beginning.
Yep.
Well, I mean, hopefully they do that whole like the soul stone brings him back or something. I don't know. There's so many fan theories out there now. It's like I don't even know. There's no such thing as a spoiler alert anymore because like everybody have so many scenarios that they've already mapped out for you.
Yeah. But yeah, so definitely Marvel I love a lot.
Who's your favorite Marvel hero? Besides Loki, who's dead.
Thor?
Thor? Nice.
I don't know. I'm into that whole Norse theme there.
Mythologies. Did you follow their movies? Oh,
yeah.
Tell me more. How much do you? Tell me more about Thor because I only watched Thor within the Avengers and then the last Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. Well, what was there, like the Dark World? It's been a while since I've seen them. I'm like starting to get more into like comics. Like I don't know everything yet, but yeah, I like them a lot.
That's true.
I think maybe I just watch him for Loki, but
you're just like, I have this little fetish and Loki's there. Might as well watch him.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so there's definitely that. Harry Potter for sure.
A big Harry Potter fan. Wow.
Well, like, I'm just like starting to read the books for the first time because I read a few of them as a kid, and now I'm like wanting to actually read all of them. And so like now with like the weather getting colder and like the spooky themes, I'm like it's perfect time
to just curl up by a book and just hang out and read the book.
Oh yeah, because I went to Universal Studios for this first time, and they have like the whole like Harry Potter themed area, and so like after that I was like, ooh, I'm hooked again.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Universal Studios. That was, how awesome is that place? I've never been there before.
It was pretty fun. I liked it. I like, we went to like all the other parts of the park, and then I asked my boyfriend, I was like, can we go back to the Harry Potter park? Can we go ride those rides again?
That was the fun part. Let's go there. I mean,
yeah.
They're like, let's go to the Jurassic World. No, Potter World. Let's go there.
Yeah, but it was fun. I liked it. I'm like terrified of certain like roller coasters and rides, and so I was worried, but it was pretty fun. Yeah.
So at Universal Studios, did you ride all the rides?
Yeah, but they weren't like the rides I was thinking. They're more so like the virtual ones where like you get strapped in and they have like the virtual reality kind of ride
going on in the background.
Yeah, because they only had like a few actual roller coasters, so maybe that helped me.
That's cool. You're just like, okay, at least there's only a few that I have to do.
Yeah, they were fun though. I liked them.
That's awesome. If you were, well, I don't know, have you ever been to Disneyland or Disney World?
When I was a kid. It's been a long
time. So
time.
It's been a while. I don't know. I don't even know if you can compare the two, like which one is better than the other. They both seem like great experiences, right? I mean, I wouldn't know who to pick, even though Disney's probably way bigger.
I do love Disney. Yeah.
Disney's controlling the world. They have everything. Did you see the new trailer for the Aladdin movie?
No, I haven't.
Throw that up. Throw that up. It is actually really interesting. Like, what are they going to do with that? Live action. Whoa. I guess that's the thing now. They're just trying to make all those old classics into live action.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the Sleeping Beauty one?
I didn't see that one actually.
No,
that one.
Beauty and the Beast. Sorry, Beauty and the Beast.
That one I saw because like there's Maleficent.
Yeah, Maleficent.
I liked it. I'm like a huge sucker for musicals. Like that's another thing I love. Is just musicals.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're okay. Here's the question. Since you brought up the musical thing, were you ever into High School Musical?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
That's okay. That's all I needed to know. That's it. That's it. All right, let's check out this trailer right away.
Okay.
Like, look at how amazing computers look. That's not real. Just so you guys know, that's not real. So yeah, it looks like a really entertaining. It's gonna be fun. Just lower the volume and play it. Yeah, there we go. And because I mean YouTube and their whole copyright strikes, and they're just like, hey, you shouldn't be watching this on your channel. Be like, I'm trying to show people this thing, okay? Let me play it.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I didn't know they had a trailer out.
Yeah,
I'll definitely go see that.
May 24th is the release date for it. So I'm waiting. I've always been into Aladdin when I was a kid. I was always that whole like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Always trying to sing the songs and be like cool, like I can show you the world.
Nice.
But it was great. Like I think it's gonna be cool. I mean, I love Disney. In fact, they do nothing bad. Like I've never seen a bad Disney movie. Like,
yeah.
I mean, what am I gonna get mad at Mary Poppins? I can't. That was a good movie. So yeah, just Disney in general is amazing.
Oh yeah.
But how do you feel that Disney owns a lot of stuff? They own like a lot of the major TV networks. They own movies. They own a bunch of land.
Yep, that Marvel, Star Wars.
Yeah, they own that. They own Netflix.
Oh dang, that's right.
Yeah, so they own everything.
Yeah.
I feel bad, like just like, hey guys, I need a sponsorship deal. Psst, I need some help.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the cool little aspect of, I guess, entertainment nowadays. Is like it's so open. You can like literally get into anything. Like any, I don't know, what kind of, do you like to watch American sitcoms, maybe TV shows?
Yes, I love How I Met Your Mother.
That was fun.
A lot.
That was good. That was a good one. What any other ones? I mean,
I'm trying to think. I'm like,
what else was there? I mean, again, there's so many. Are you a Walking Dead fan?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I could be.
Oh, I love that attitude. That's the kind of attitude far in. I can't get invested now.
Yeah.
Because there's that problem. Are you a binge watcher? Do you like to binge watch things, or maybe like just watch it when it comes out?
No, I guess I'll binge watch it. Like I'm trying to think. I found the first time and that I like watched in 2 days.
All the way through.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I tried. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
I tried watching it a couple times and like I just couldn't get past the first episode. But I was like, no, I gotta watch it, and I liked it. It's pretty good.
Nice.
It was sad.
So I haven't seen it yet, so then there's something to look forward to. But again, there's so much things on Netflix. How can anybody keep up?
Oh, yeah.
Like, is there anything special that you kind of watch on Netflix that is, like, there, that's waiting? Maybe you're just like, I'm going to get to this soon. Just give me some time.
I need to finish Dexter.
Oh,
Again,
okay.
like, older stuff I need to catch up on.
Well, at least that's a good show. I saw a lot of it, but I never finished it. But, I mean, now on the internet, you could just literally watch, like, a 5-minute video of the whole series. You know, they explain everything to you.
Oh yeah, now I'm like waiting for like another season of Stranger Things because like they got 80s movies, sci-fi, and like 80s music. I'm excited.
You're an 80s. You like the 80s. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
What 80s music are you into? You into that whole any 80s music, pop genre music?
Like David Bowie. I really like Michael Jackson.
Oh, who doesn't? Who doesn't love Michael
Prince,
Jackson?
Take on me. So I like the 80s pop.
Yes, Cyndi Lauper and all that good stuff. Girls just want to have fun, guys.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. I feel I was born in the wrong generation.
Yeah.
Because I always, even when I started playing guitar, I always learned like 80s songs and stuff, and then I'm just like, everyone in my high school was like, I'm learning how to play Nirvana, or I'm learning how to play Pearl Jam. I'm like, okay, I'm totally into this genre of music. I'm like trying to learn Metallica from the 80s or some cool old school stuff. So that was always cool to me. but I just feel I was born in the wrong era.
Yeah.
But that's the cool thing about history is that we always can like relearn from it, like
Mm-hmm.
see all the cool things that happened in the 80s and bring them back. That whole retro thing.
Oh yeah, like I have I'm in a cosplay group called Tea and Jelly Cosplay, and we decided to do like Heathers for SabakuCon. And like that's a movie for the 80s, and I like love it so much, so I was so excited when we decided to do it.
Nice. And it was just like a group collab with everybody?
Yeah, because they just came out with a musical for Heathers, and so like all of my group also loves musicals. We're like, yes.
All these clicks, that's perfect. How many were in the group?
I'm trying to think. So there's me, Kat, Fisk, Xander, Trinity, Shay, Miriam, so like maybe 7.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty big. I know cosplay groups here only like I think the most I've ever seen it 5 people in a cosplay group, and it's something like kind of generic, you know, like let's be the X-Men or let's be the Scooby-Doo gang or something, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong, I love those cosplays, but then there are those intricate ones where you don't even know the fact that they are from a whole movie scene or like all put together.
Oh yeah, so we have some stuff we're planning, and I'm excited.
So you have some stuff in the works.
Yeah, because we did, I think the first one we did together was Oron High School Host Club.
Nice. What character were you?
I was Tamaki. I love him.
Nice.
So much.
Oh, that's so cool. What do you have anything else that is in the works for the upcoming con?
Yeah, we're gonna do kind of like a belly dancing Voltron.
What? Whoa, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder how the costumes are gonna look.
Yep. I'm gonna be Keith. So we have like the whole group, even like Lotor. So I'm excited to see how like everyone does their costumes.
Sweet. You already have some working on?
Yeah. So I'm working on mine. We're just gonna like walk in the con and just be like so much jinglies. Oh my god.
Hey guys, let's do a dance routine.
Yeah.
That would be fun though. I can't wait for that. That should be cool.
Yeah.
I need to work on some more cosplay. I haven't done anything in like a few years now. I've been kind of focused on my whole streaming and like doing this whole podcast thing. But
that's cool.
I love cosplaying. It's so fun. Last one I did was a gender bend version of Syndra from League of Legends, and it actually did pretty good. I got a judges award in the cosplay contest. So I was like, yeah, I feel
That's
so
awesome.
good. I had a dance routine too because I'm also I love music. Music is my thing. So I was like, I'm gonna take the Backstreet Boys, everybody, and do the dance routine. So I learned the whole thing, and it was fun. And I got the crowd worked up and stuff. But I think that just comes from my like aspect of being a musician. Because I mean, when I used to play with my band, I was just like, you know, always in front headbanging and stuff. So portraying that in cosplay and the masquerade and stuff really helped me because I wasn't super shy. And I do see that when people enter the masquerade where they do quick walk-ons or like a small pose, and I'm just like, there could have been so much more to the character.
It's fun to perform. Yeah.
Have you done any masquerades? I don't remember if you have or not.
Only a couple. I don't normally like to enter the masquerades if I don't like make my own costume. I did SabakuCon. Yeah, we went on as Heathers, and we did a skit. And that we won a judge's award from Quintilla K.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, she's cool. And geez, I can't remember what else. I can't remember who won that year. There was so much going on.
Oh, it was the Making History cosplay with the Yuri on Ice.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they were so sweet.
That was it was a cool skit and everything. They did a really good job. I wonder how much time, like, how much preparation goes into when you guys do your skits and get everything situated, because it's probably pretty hard to get everybody together, right? It's like, hey guys, make sure to practice your dancing because we can't do it together.
Yeah, I think with what time and like effort we had, I think we did pretty good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was fun. It was bad because like I got to the con, I had like worked the day earlier, so I went like straight there, and we were rehearsing because we changed a few things, and I tripped and I fell on my heel. And so like I sprained my ankle, and it was like right before the masquerade, so I was like, all right.
I feel it, but you still went on, right?
Yep.
You like persevered and you did it.
Yep.
That's like good discipline. I give you props for that.
Well, thank you.
So, I mean, what else are you into? Do you do any video gaming? You play video games? Have you been into video games?
Casually, yeah.
What's the casualness?
Well, I really, really love Animal Crossing, and I'm super sad because I just lost my DS. So.
Oh no.
But I have a PS4, so I'm like trying to get into some more games. I really like RPGs, like Persona 5 or Fallout, Borderlands.
Nice. Any ideas of cosplaying from those games, maybe?
Not yet.
Not yet. Still,
No.
still in the maybes.
Yes. If you have any like game recommendations, like I'm open. I'm looking for more stuff.
Overwatch. Everyone's.
Oh, yeah.
The hype is real for Overwatch, and right now I think it's the Halloween special event. So there's cool skins and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know. I like the Kitty Diva. Like I saw that like floating around the internet. I'm like, that's so cute.
Oh yeah, with the black dress and stuff. That was awesome. And just those characters in general is just like.
Yeah.
So beautiful. I'm just like, oh, why you do this to me, Blizzard?
Yeah, I really should watch it though, or play it more, cause I see the videos they put on YouTube with like the stories. Like I'll watch those, but I should get the game.
The animated shorts are really cool because not a lot of people know that the game play is actually a storyline portrayed inside of that. Because I mean, you play and it's like a first-person shooter game. You know, escort the payload. Kill the enemy and make sure they don't get the win. But in between that, there is like the storyline of Doomfist or Winston and all of these amazing characters that I just have to name.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Yeah,
that's a good one. So yeah, I mean, Overwatch, and everyone's in the Fortnite craze right now. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I don't know I've heard of it, but I don't know what the gameplay is yet.
It's kind of like a third-person shooter. And then it's a battle royale, so it's PvP, player versus player, and 100 people all drop on an island, and it's the last man standing.
Oh dang!
That's it, like literally, and it just repeats itself over and over and over again. It gets addicting because, like, you know, you want to get higher up. You're like, no, I died at 75. Dang it, I could do better next time. Then you get into it, and you're like, oh no, it was the 10th person alive. So it gets really, I guess, heated and. I don't know. I get like super mad when I'm like, oh my god, I could have won. But that's just gameplay in general.
Yeah.
I don't. It's weird to think about because I mean, playing video games. There's too many.
There's a lot. I know. Like I'm trying to catch up because like when I first got my PS4, like I bought some games. I'm like, oh, some of them I haven't touched. Like I just started The Last of Us, and I'm not good. I'm not good yet.
And then it's crazy because like that game is amazing, but it's been out for so long, and it's just like. It's just there. I mean, you can play it over and over again because there's some people that enjoy the storyline so much. Like I can't even remember what happens on The Last of Us, but that game is pretty sick. I love that game. What else? I'm trying to think. Well, if you do get into more games, I'll suggest our gamer tag and can play together, play some Overwatch, some Fortnite.
Sounds good.
Is there any new kind of I guess I don't know. Let's talk technology right now since we're just on the topic of video games and stuff. How do you feel about VR? Do you think that's something that are we ready for? Is it too advanced for us right now? Have you tried the VR?
I've tried it once. I went to my friend's house and I put it on and like I want to try it more, but I just don't know anyone who owns any. So, but it's pretty interesting. I liked it when I did play it.
Nice. We actually have the VR. We have the PlayStation VR, and it just thinking about being in another world is crazy to me because like take the aspect of the scenario theory of a simulation.
Oh my gosh, Japan's just gonna go with the opie like that's where I'm seeing. and
right, like if I think about it, I'm just like, geez, my 9-to-5 job sucks. It's okay, I can go into my other 9-to-5 job, which is more cute and lovable. But I don't know, I wouldn't be able to deal with VR for too long. Like it feels like it's like not real, but it is. I don't know.
Yeah, because I actually just watched Ready Player One, where they had like that, like people just like their reality is that world. So that was an interesting movie. I liked it.
Did you like that premise, the idea of it?
Yeah, it was. I like the movie itself, but like the idea is like a little spooky of just like everyone, like the world itself is just like crumbling, and then everyone's in this like idealistic world, you know.
That looks beautiful and amazing, and you're just like, it's real life out here. But I mean.
It's cool though.
Yeah, I would think that going into that state is gonna make us more happier or enlightened, where we're just like, great, I have to come home to this, and then you go into this other world where you can be pretty much anything you want to be.
Yeah, I think as long as like it wasn't abused, it'd be really, really freaking cool.
That would be cool. I don't know what would be some aspects of abuse that you think that they could probably overtake on there.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if someone like is only in that world and like they're never coming out and they're like neglecting their own like relationships or family or their own like health, you know, like to that aspect.
Okay, but they're so much famous. They're better in the game. They have a better life in the game.
Yeah.
I
mean, as long as they're not hurting anyone, I guess.
Right. See, that would be funny too. Is like in the game, you're like this massive serial killer, but yet it's only a game. So like, how much crazier can you be? Because you're like, man, I'm so angry all the time. It's okay. I'm gonna go into the VR world and be the serial killer.
Oh, no.
That sounds scary in itself. I'm gonna stop talking about that.
Okay.
But just to be anything you want to be, so that you don't have to really have that aspect of doing it in the real world, I guess. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I have no idea. Let's stray away from the VR.
I don't know too much about it, so.
I mean, I don't know that it's maybe in a few years it will get to that point, but I mean, it's still a long way to go.
Yeah.
Did you see in the game though how they had like kind of the motion touch, like he
Oh,
puts
yeah.
on the suit
That's right.
and then all of a sudden they're just like, holy shit, like they're in a whole different world, but they still can feel the sensation of actually being touched.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You think that'd be awesome?
Yeah. I think so.
No, I think it would
Unless
be.
someone like punched you, maybe that wouldn't be good. I
I'm
don't know.
pretty sure it wouldn't feel good, but at least you
Yeah.
can probably assume like, hey man, this stuff really hurts. Don't punch me.
Yeah.
But who knows? Again, I think we're still kind of far away from that.
Mm-hmm.
We still have some time to turn into robots.
Yeah.
How do you feel about AI? Do you feel like robots are going to take over the world?
Oof. Yeah. Another question I've been asking because I got Detroit Become Human, and now I'm like, ooh, now I'm asking these questions. I don't know. Like it's hard. Like I think we could get there. But yeah, like then it's the question of like if they do become like sentient, what do we do then? I had a IT class at CNM, and there was a story about like people working with AI, and there was this one robot, and it like they programmed it, and they like took off its legs, and I don't know, it was doing things it wasn't programmed to do, kind of like sentience. I don't know. It was pretty cool though.
No, nice. So you already kind of like know a little bit of the aspect of what's gonna, well, not gonna happen, but like there's been some research done already. Oh man, I don't know. I think it would be a lot easier on life if we had robot slaves, but I mean, I don't want them to feel like neglected or anything. I would treat my robot really nice. That's what I would do. I mean, I'm not going to be like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Shut up, dude. You're just making too much noise.
Yeah, I think I saw somewhere that like Las Vegas is starting to have like some robots at some of their casinos.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hello. Would you like a drink?
Yeah.
I would be freaked out because I don't know if he's going to get my drink right or not. But like, I want a Sprite with no ice. Sprite, lots of ice.
Yeah.
Dude, what happened? But again, that's just with time, it'll get better. With that being said, how do you feel if like they can make advancements in your body to like make you more superhuman? Like the contact lens that will be able to like be like a TV screen in your eye. How do you feel about that? Is that going too fast, or are we on the right track for that?
I mean, I think so. I feel like right now, if someone like offered me, I'd be like, oh no, because I'm like, it's a little spooky, but I think it would be beneficial if done safe.
Correctly. Just give it some time, people. We want to have those clinical trials so we can get it done correctly.
Yeah, one step at a time.
Right. So that's just like the aspect of a prosthetic leg. Like if your leg can be like injected with something to make it go faster, would you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I would do the leg, but like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, that you can always think of ideas like that. I mean, and I just love the fact of just blowing my mind with like, oh, that might be real, or who knows, it might come in the near future and stuff.
Well, like especially for like medical stuff, that would be good because you can have like more precision and like
a less more of a success rate. Because I do hear that a lot, where like doctors maybe do, out of like the 10 surgeries they do, 8 of them unfortunately failed, and it was because of stress. Maybe it was because of family problems. Maybe it was because of something in their life that could have stopped that, compared to a robot where it doesn't have any of those real problems, where it's just like, dang, I'm a robot. Now I have to do surgery. I'm so scared. compared to other people, say
Mm-hmm.
you're learning to be a surgeon,
Mm-hmm.
your first surgery is going to be nerve-wracking.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see where they like would rather have a robot do that.
Yeah, it's hard, but then there's the question of like, then like the jobs for people will be less and less. So it's like, I don't know.
Do you think that'll be a thing where like robots will take over our jobs?
I hope not. I
Well-
mean, hopefully we'll learn to compensate, because I think maybe the more robots we have, the more people we'll need in like IT.
Okay, that's a good aspect. Like, you know, robot repair, robot programming,
Mm-hmm.
robot maintenance. You know, just little things where like we don't have to really work as hard to do the job that we do.
Mhm.
We have to work a little bit to make sure that our robot is able to do the job that he does.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like a replacement of us.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. Like, I'm not trying to be like, hey guys, hurry up and do this technology right now. But it would be awesome to think that like I can come home
Mm-hmm.
and my robot did my 9 to 5 job, so I can focus more on my talent or skill or something like that.
Okay, I get you.
'Cause
That'd be nice.
I feel like that's our biggest problem now. Is like,
Mhm.
because I have this stupid ambition to be famous. I want to be famous so bad. Like
I believe in you.
I play music. I do the stupid. I stream all the time, and I'm always trying to learn new magic tricks and try to work on my comedy. But then I have the 9 to 5 job, so I have to like dedicate those 8 hours to making sure that I do my job, and then when I come back, then I have to work on my hobby skills.
I get you.
Where I could have been working on my hobby skills this whole time, where the 9 to 5 could have been done by a robot.
I getcha. Do you like doing stand-up, or just like, what kind of comedy do you like?
Well, I'm working on being a stand-up comic right now, but I love skit comedy as well. That's always been big one for me, and musical comedy as well. Just like being able to take a song and make parodies of it, or just that kind of aspect. I've always been into that.
Well, that's awesome.
But it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
It is, and everyone's like, "You can do it. You're always on stage playing your guitar." It's like, because I have a guitar, you know. It's like my guitar is my reflection of myself because I practice so much on my guitar. But I've never been on stage to do stand-up yet. I'm so scared. I mean, I have like a notebook of like ideas and like like culmination of a skit.
Yeah,
But-
I just I asked because I sometimes will go to the backyard alley or something on downtown, and Monday nights they'll have
Stand-up, right? I've seen it so much. I keep like, I'm gonna go, and then all of a sudden it's like, wah, wah, wah.
yeah, it's like Robot Laser Kitten, I think is what they call it.
How is it? How is it over there? Like, are there pretty funny acts? Are there people that are just choking and dying up there?
It's a mix of everything, but I notice a lot of the people will like try something and then come back the next week. So like a lot of the people there like are also comics, so that way it's like good to like work on it. I'm not a comic. I just go. I used to go with my boyfriend, and, like he would go up sometimes, but yeah.
It's just an enjoyment thing for you. That's awesome, because I know there are some aspects of like comedy where you kind of just have to try it.
Yeah, because I haven't done comedy. I've done like theater and acting, but I haven't done like comedy. I'm not that witty on my feet.
But then again, that's where writing comes in, right? Like, you know, you have to write your joke, and if it hits, it hits. If not, go back to the drawing board and try again.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it's a little difficult. And then nowadays, I feel like it's a lot harder for comedy because a lot of people are offended about everything.
Yeah.
So like, where can my joke hit if you think that it means something to you? Like, if you're offended by my joke, then obviously you took it the wrong way. I went to an open mic night to tell a joke about life, and then if you get offended by it, then obviously you have a problem with life. So that's how I feel. I always feel like if I go up on stage, I feel like I'm gonna offend somebody, but I shouldn't be scared of offending anybody.
Yeah.
No, I'm just that's just my nervousness of like, oh no, what's gonna happen? But I don't know. I mean, stand-up comedy is amazing. Do you have any favorite stand-up comedians? Maybe do you listen to any? I know Netflix is filled with them.
I don't know if I have a favorite yet. Like, I'll turn someone on and be like, but
They're okay.
yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to find some good comics.
I've
What about you?
I mean, I've always been into like the regulars, like Dave Chappelle. Joe Rogan is a big influence on me. Like, this whole podcast is based off of him. Like,
Oh, nice.
he has his own podcast show called The Joe Rogan Experience. And I watch that all the time, and I'm just like, I can do that. And then he always has like cool like inspirational things that make me want to do it more. So
Well, that's good.
Joe Rogan is a big influence on me. There are some other comics that are pretty funny, like what's his name? Anthony Jeselnik. He's funny, but he's a really offensive comic. So he's always making Jewish jokes and 9/11 jokes.
Oh no.
See, that's one of those things. Is like, I love that you laughed because I know I can start joking about 9/11 now.
Oh no.
So that just makes it a little more acceptable, knowing that like people do it and people do find it funny.
Mm-hmm.
But it just like, would people find it funny if I said it? Because there are some people that can get away with those jokes and other people can't.
Yeah, maybe it's like delivery or like the way you do it. I don't know.
This is like the same aspect with the N-word. Like, nobody can say it except African American people. But yet, it's so widely appreciated by everybody. They know about it. So you just kind of have to like, you know, oh no, I don't know if I can or I can't. But that guy said it in a rap lyric, and I love his music. And I sing his music all the time. Am I a bad person because I sing the lyric?
I don't know.
See,
I don't
that's
think
so weird. But
I get you.
a lot of people do find that offensive, and I'm confused as a fan because I want to be the person that's like open to everything. But yet, if I get shunned down or like kind of pushed in a corner where it's like, no, you can't be making those jokes, or no, you can't say that, then obviously it makes me feel bad. And
I get you.
It's weird. It's another weird thing about trying to be famous, I guess.
Well, like that, and I think just stand-up comedy in general, you know,
It's a touchy thing.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it as long as like you're not hurting anyone, you know, you're not being like vindictive or vicious.
So like kicking a baby's fine.
No.
Thank you. See, you thought it was funny. Obviously, I'm not gonna kick a baby, but the fact that the idea is there is funny.
Oh no.
You're making me look bad. You're laughing.
I don't know.
It's not a bad thing though, because it's comedy. That's the whole point. Is like being able to tell a joke like that, to know it's a joke.
Oh yeah, no, I have a little bit of dark humor, and like I'm not a funny person. Like I don't know many jokes, but like I know a lot of orphan jokes for whatever reason. So
do we get to hear one? Are we gonna get to hear one?
Oh no.
I think my audience wants to hear one.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What do orphans like going to church? So they can have someone to call father.
Whoa! Controversy, here we come. This comment section is blowing up. I'm just kidding.
Why are orphans bad at baseball?
Why?
Because they don't know where home is.
Oh.
Okay, now I'm done.
See, no, but those are great. Those are perfect because those are actually play on words. You know, you actually have home base because it's part of baseball. And an orphan's playing. It makes sense. Those are good. I'm not going to steal those, but those are good. There are those aspects of people like, I came up with that joke. You're just stealing my joke. No, I just think I made it better. That's all that happened. So yeah, I feel you. That was good. Thank you. Thank you for enlightening us with a nice little orphan joke right there.
It's not good because every time people ask me for a joke, it's like those are the only ones I know.
Really?
For whatever reason.
You're just like orphan jokes. Well, at least we know if you become a stand-up comic, you're going to be joking about orphans all the time.
Oh yeah.
I would laugh. So don't feel ashamed that you have nobody laughing at you. I would laugh. I'd be like, tell another one.
Thanks.
Oh man. Jokes in themselves are hilarious because it's just how you take them, you know, with a grain of salt. If you get offended, then obviously you ate the whole barrel of salt. That's your fault.
I get you.
But, you know, if you think it's funny, that's why you take a little bit and it's like, I see the offensiveness in it, and it's still funny.
I get you, yeah.
So there's a bunch of aspects to joke telling. I mean, oh man, I kind of want to do my routine now. But it's funny because if you think about it, like you can't really get offended by any of it. Because I mean, oh man, that's just the way it is. Jokes are funny. Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Do you watch Star Wars? You into Star Wars? Have you followed it at all? I mean, I'm just looking at my clock right now. Give me a topic to go off of.
I'm casually into Star Wars. Yeah, I'm excited for the new movie. I haven't seen Solo yet. I'm like, I don't know.
It's okay. I haven't seen any of the in-between movies of the Star Wars franchise. Like, what was the other one? Rogue One?
Oh, yeah, that one I haven't seen.
And Star Wars, a solo story or whatever. I haven't seen that either. But I have seen The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi.
Yeah, because definitely, like, as a kid, my dad was super, super nerdy. So, yeah, like, watching all those, again, with, like, the 70s and 80s movies. Because, like, I love those. Like, oh, my gosh, one of my favorites is, like, Labyrinth and... I love 80s, but
nice.
yeah, so I've definitely seen them, but like not heavily into them.
That's cool. You have like some knowledge of it. So it's like one of those backed up files where you're just like, let me brush it back up. I'll bring it back out.
Yeah.
It's not thick like everyone else's file on Star Wars, but at least I can at least reference it. And that's always the best part of culture nowadays is because like you don't have to be solely into it. I mean, you see that at cons all the time. You see people that like barely know Marvel, but yet they portray Spider-Man the way they want to.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that aspect is because they're going to be themselves. And that's the beauty of a con is like before even this, I never even really saw going to a con and hanging out with other people with the same general likenesses as I have. It was always like my few friends at school or like, you know, the buddy in the back of the bus or something. Now I go to a con. I can literally, if I wanted to, talk to each one of them and find a similar interest because we are all there for the same reason.
Oh, yeah. No, like, I love cons. Like, that was one of my favorite things, like, to look forward to in high school. Because, like, you'd go and, like, you'd make so many friends. And, like, there's just all the nerdy stuff. Like, oh, my gosh.
It's cool to think, like, I have con friends and then just regular friends.
Oh, yeah. And all, like, the silly stuff that goes on. Like, I think at one of the last cons, me and my friend had a sword fight with inflatable Pocky sticks.
Oh, nice. So it was a show. Everybody was like...
Yeah, only at cons.
Yeah, see, exactly. Only at cons. Where you get to see, like, stormtroopers mingling with, like, Harley Quinn or something.
Yeah.
That's culture. That's culture nowadays. So, I mean, I don't know what else. There's been so many interesting topics in the world right now. I don't want to bring up something that, like, is weird, but how do you feel about extraterrestrials? Are you an alien goer? Do you know it? Do you believe? Are they out there?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know if it's just like little microbes and stuff, and then maybe further out there's other beings. So we'll see. I mean, if we're here, why shouldn't there be others out there, you know?
Right. How are you? Are you a religious person?
I'm agnostic, so I believe that there's something. I just don't know.
You just don't know. That's a good aspect to have. I feel like I'm that as well, but I just don't know. And I can't even say that I'm agnostic because I don't even know if I'm agnostic or not because there's so many religions and so many things out there that you shouldn't stray away from not knowing it.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know if that's the right word, but, like, I think there's, like, a higher power or something. I don't know. But, yeah.
But if you think of it in this aspect, you alone are a god as well. Because, I mean, you can, here's an example. You could spit on the floor, and there is micro life growing right there. Like, literally, you just did it. You just did life out of your own self.
Never thought about it that way.
It is. It's so creepy. You are God. You literally can. Like, if you walk by an anthill, they're just like, there it goes. So I can see that aspect. But it just, I don't know. It's weird.
I getcha.
I'm not a religious person either, but I love studying. So, like, intricate and, like, so mesmerizing because, everyone has a different story, but they all relate in some way. Some of them are trying to tell you just to be a good person. Some of them are just trying to give you this kind of aspect of like being good to your neighbor, you know, having a good attitude. But then it goes into deeper things where like, well, it was only one, there wasn't five, or, you know, it was a virgin birth, or like we all came from a turtle. Like there's so many aspects of where to believe it from. But the fact that you have the open-mindedness of it, there is something out there is really cool.
Well, thank you.
You see, I'm getting to learn more about you, and that's the whole reason for this podcast is because like sometimes I have people come in that I don't know anything about, and I'm just like, oh no, they're gonna get offended because I start talking about religion or like I kick the baby jokes.
You're good, yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, another thing like besides cosplay I do is like I really love performing. I eventually we'll see. I want to like get into like more so like pinup and burlesque, but I don't even know where to start. I'm not a good dancer right now. I've been like trying to go to swing dancing classes, so we'll see. We'll start there.
That's cool. I mean, I've always loved the aspect of dance too, because I love just like putting on a YouTube tutorial and trying to learn somebody's dance routine. But that is hard work in itself. Like, how do you approach a dance routine, or how do you approach trying to learn somebody's new dance, or trying to dance in general?
Well, I like lessons because like someone can like show me and correct me. But like I'll like turn on a YouTube video and like do it slow, do it fast, do it like 10 times. Like that's how I've at least learned. when I'm looking for like routines, but
Okay.
I'm not good at all.
It takes
I'm
practice,
learning.
though. It takes a lot of practice. I've seen some people that have been dancing for years, and I'm just like, how are you so elegant on your feet? It's because practice. I've been dancing for so long. It's like, I get you. Because there's that aspect too where they're just like, oh, you're so good at guitar. How did you get that good? I practice.
Oh yeah, I get you.
So I kind of have to relate those skills with the skills I have. Like, I would love to be a computer programmer, but it takes practice. I can't just be like, I'm instantly going to know it. And that's true of everything. I'm not going to be the most amazing Overwatch player unless I practice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be the best swing dancer ever unless I practice. And that's just comes with time and dedication. So that's cool to know that you at least push yourself to learn it more, because you're obviously going to keep going, right? And
yeah, I'd like to, because like I really, really love theater performance. It's been like a few years since I've done it, but I like did a one performance at the Desert Rose Playhouse, and like it's my favorite one I've done. So it was called The Most Fabulous Story Ever Told, and it was basically like the first act was kind of like the story of Adam and Eve, but instead it was gay, and we had Adam and Steve instead of Cain and Abel. We had Jane and Mabel, and so I played the Butch Jane, and it was that was interesting. But
that sounds fun though. It sounds like it's a take on it as well too. That would be awesome. Like just being able to do the Adam and Steve.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was a trip. That was fun though.
Any funny stories from that, or any interesting things that happened?
Oh yeah, so I was 17 at that point. I was still in high school. I think it was like my junior or senior year. And I lived in Rio Rancho, and they would like take me to rehearsals, and it was like an adult show. Like I was the youngest one there. Everyone else was like over 21 and older. So one of the scenes where Adam and Steve come on, they're supposed to come on like naked, but I was told they were gonna have like censor bars. So I come, and we're like in the middle of a rehearsal one day, and I walk on stage, and like they're just totally butt naked, and I was like, I did not get the memo that we were doing like full nudity. So I was like, oh my god, like I'm there standing doing my lines, like, all right,
I'm not looking.
yeah.
But sometimes it's just like, like a bad car accident. You're just like, oh no, I'm so sorry. I get that. I totally get that.
Yeah, no, it was a good cast, a good show. So I'd love to get back into theater.
That'd be cool. I mean, how does one get into that? Like, you pretty just have to find people that are doing it, right?
Yeah, like audition. I know there's some classes. I used to go to some at the Albuquerque Little Theater in Old Town.
Oh,
so
nice.
like just do like improv classes, acting classes, or just audition.
That's what a lot of people say too. Is like you got to go to a stand-up comedy class before you actually go on stage. And I'm just like, do I really? Because there's some people that are naturally good at it. So
yeah.
I mean it's probably the same aspect with like learning like theater art, right? It's like some people are probably really good at acting right off the bat.
Yeah.
Compared to other people where they kind of have to develop that skill.
And then like you have to, like, people who have like stage fright and stuff. Like I have a lot of social anxiety, so it's kind of like a weird dynamic for me to like go on, but it's fun. It's good.
Nice. I would love to learn more about it, because I've always loved the aspect of acting as well, because I try to do skit comedy and stuff. And I do like, I try to play a role as like a cholo or something, or some different role besides of what you see. So just being able to go into the character is an experience in its own. But if I can get any tools or help from somebody that's already been doing it or knows about it, helps me out even more.
Oh yeah.
So that's always cool to think about. So we were talking 80s.
Yes.
What do you play any instruments?
No.
But you love music though.
Yeah, I'll sing, but I'm not good.
Who is that's what karaoke's for, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to go into karaoke night and just be like, drop the bomb. Even if I'm not good, at least I know people are there to appreciate the song.
Oh yeah, like now there's round 1 and they have a karaoke room, and I just turned 21, so I'm like, oh, I'm excited to go with friends do that.
Nice. That actually seems a lot of fun. I've seen it a few times too, but you have to rent it out, right?
Yeah.
Lame. Why don't they just have a section of karaoke for people? I would totally just go down there and just be like, hey guys, it's karaoke night, right?
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, oh, is that Angel? Holy shit, he's so good.
Yeah.
Because I know They have, oh my God, they're talking about round one now.
I love arcades.
How amazing is that place?
I haven't like okay, so I've like walked through it a few times. I haven't played it yet, and I saw they have like DDR machines, not like the knockoff. They have DDR,
The original.
and I'm so excited because that's my favorite arcade game. So I'm like tempted just to like go by myself and just play DDR for like an hour.
Do it. They actually have a Guitar Hero section and a drum section, and I just go there to play drums for like an hour.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even there to go gain tickets, not to learn anything. I just want to play that one game.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm excited. I went to main event last week to play laser tag because I also love laser tag. And it was like me and I took my little brother on a Tuesday night. Dude, we were only two there. There was no one else. I was like, oh.
Did it feel like... Well, it was probably funner, right? Because, I mean...
No, we didn't do it.
You're just like...
I got arcade tickets instead. I was like, can I just transfer? But yeah, laser tag's always fun, too.
Especially, I guess I could see it in the aspect where you're saying is like, it's more funner with a larger group of people.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to do? Just like, I shot you. All right, let's hide. It's pretty much playing hide and seek at that point.
Yeah.
But I love laser tag. Laser tag is amazing. The whole aspect of main event is cool too. Well, I'm glad that we have more of those. The round one main event.
Oh yeah.
For the longest time, it was just Hinkle Family Fun Center.
Yeah.
And that's so, no offense, I've been there so many times, but it gets boring.
I get you, yeah.
Now we have round one. We have a bunch of Japanese games. I'm just like, I don't even know where to start because I can't even read them.
Oh yeah, and they have like the cutest plushes there, and I'm like, I live for the kawaii aesthetic. I'm ready.
You're just like, I am ready to waste all my money here. But that's what it's there for. I love the fact that you can just like go from like playing a Japanese game to go play an arcade classic and then all of a sudden go bowling.
Yeah.
All in one place. I love that. And they have cool prizes too. They actually have a guitar. I want to get it so bad.
Oh, dang.
I'm never going to make 10,000 tickets, but you know, it's a dream. It's a dream to look forward to now.
Yeah, I think we always like wonder that growing up, like who's the person to like actually win that many tickets?
I know, right? Because there are a lot of extravagant prizes where you're just like, has that even ever left there?
Yeah.
Because I know they have a PlayStation 4 that they're giving out. They have a really awesome 3DS, Switches. I'm just like, I don't know if I spend more money buying tickets to get that or if I just go buy the Switch myself with like the money that I could have been using. You know what's funny though about that is that round one is pretty much just like a casino for younger people.
Oh yeah, I think that's where it starts. Every time I go into an arcade, I'm like, oh, this is just where this is where it begins.
This is where people get addicted to gambling and losing their money. And then it just turns into, well, I think it's better for us because, well, I know I'm never going to get into that aspect of like putting $1 in and hopefully getting $3 back. At least if I go to a round one arcade game.
It's fun.
Yeah, because I have an interaction experience. I'm just like, I'm playing a racing game. I lost, but I still got to play the racing game compared to just hitting a lever. Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know, because there are those people that are really into the card game aspect, too.
Oh, yeah.
How do people get into that? Like,
I don't know. I haven't been to a casino yet, because, like, I just turned 21 on Friday.
Don't go to a casino.
All right, good to know.
They'll sucker you in. They'll just be like, especially, I think it's a conspiracy. All right. They know if you're a newbie at the casino, so they make you win. So that when you go back, you're just like, I won last time. Then you win again, and then the third time you go, it's just like, I lost. Oh no! But I remember the first 2 times I went, I won.
Or something like how the slots in like the beginning of the casino you win more at to get you to go in, or something like that.
Yeah,
I heard.
That's weird too. That's just like, wow, why would you do this to us? I thought we were all one team here. But then again, the Native Americans have a gamble on all that stuff. Like literally, you can't go anywhere without seeing a casino within like the next 100 miles in New Mexico. You literally drive in New Mexico from the northern part from Colorado all the way down to Texas. A line of casinos.
Oh dang!
But it's not they're not in any of the places like you don't see you don't see round one with the casino because it's not an Indian reservation. So like they kind of sucker you in to go to like their place of like entertainment so that you have to constantly keep going to the reservation or stuff to pump money into the reservation, which is, I get it. I love that aspect, but I mean, it's like almost like a mob mentality, you know? It's just like, hey, let's get these people to come in and like one person's going to win a brand new car, which is worth $100,000, but we had over 10,000 people come in and spend millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Who's losing there? Oh no, I'd rather go to round one.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you go into a casino, like, I don't know.
There's that aspect too, like you said. What if you go in and you just play the first slot machine and you're just like, oh, I won. I'm gonna walk around for a few more hours. I wish I knew the psychology behind it. Like,
yeah, I think I'll just stick to DDR.
There you go. Right, go to something that I can at least get a high score at. Like, hey,
yeah.
I gotta put my name up there. I got a high score.
Oh man, if they have like all the weeb old anime songs like Butterfly, I'm gonna be so happy.
Oh, so you still haven't tried it yet?
No, I haven't. I went in to like look around with one of my friends. We're like, oh yeah, we'll come back later. So I still have to go in and play.
No, okay. Do it. Go
Sounds
play.
good.
Yeah, go play.
Yeah, it'll be my workout for the week.
There you go. See, and that's another aspect too, is like taking I don't know why we're switching subjects so fast, but
Sorry.
no, I'm switching subjects so fast because all of a sudden people have that aspect of like working out as a chore, but it doesn't have to be. Imagine if you gone to go play DDR for like 5 hours straight.
Yeah, it's that cardio.
Yes, a legit workout compared to the person that was running on the treadmill for 5 hours. Like you can see the difference and similarities. Like they're both beneficial for you, but one seems more remedial and boring compared to entertaining and fun.
Oh no, like I want to check if they have DDR still like for the PS4 because I know the older ones used to have like the little stomp pad and like I'm tempted to go to like Gamers Anonymous and something and ask John see if like they know where I could get one if there is one for the PS4. I don't know if it's just too old school. I don't know.
Maybe. I know they have different aspects now for the Move. You know, it's like the control that's motion censored. Like you have that, but I don't know if they still have the gamepad.
Yeah.
Because I remember when that came out too. It was like a big thing. It's like, woo, you get to actually play DDR at home. But then they came out with the Kinect for the Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not even any interaction. It's just your camera movement. So whatever the movements that you do follows the gameplay.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of cool in itself, too. But that, oh, man. Now I'm just thinking of round one. Just like, wow, that place is amazing. I think the last time we went was like almost 3 weeks ago. I haven't been there in a while. But I was kind of binging it a lot. Like, it's just like, hey, I just got out of work. Let's go.
Nice.
But it's a fun place. I'm glad that Albuquerque is growing into more of a entertainment kind of area. Did you recently hear that Netflix bought Albuquerque Studios?
Yeah, I was curious about that. So just gonna make like more productions here, probably. Because I know there's a lot of film in Albuquerque.
So now it's just gonna be ramped up twice as much.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that more local artists are actually gonna be able to submit their scripts and submit their ideas and maybe get an idea pitched to them, like, you know.
That'd be good, yeah.
Because I have a lot of friends in the movie making industry where they're like camera producers or like something like that, and this is probably their big break finally. They actually can get hired as like, you know, camera operators or light techs or even script writers. There's a bunch of people here that are really creative script writers, but they live in a small town.
Yeah.
So they send all their scripts over to like Los Angeles and stuff, and it gets put in a pile so high that like yours is right here, and it's just like it might never ever be seen.
Yeah.
Compared to here now, it's a whole new pile. Like it's a whole new stack that's about to be developed. People from other states are going to be bringing stuff to us just to see if we're going to pitch it or like let's see if it's going to get made into a movie or a TV show or not.
Yeah, that'd be good. I don't know. Have you ever been like a background actor? It's like so easy. I love it, and they give you food.
I haven't. How does that work?
So like just like the people in the background for like crowds, they'll hire like tons of people. But it's like pretty easy job. Like you'll go do the scene and then you just like hang out and they have food and it's good.
Have you done some background work?
Yeah.
Do you know for what?
Yeah, it's been a while. Like there was this one vampire TV show they were shooting at it was either the El Rey or the Launch Pad. I think it was the Launch Pad. So like they had like all the punks and people, so I dressed up for that. When I was younger, I think I was in the back of Observe and Report with Seth Rogen, I think.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, and then there was a carnival one. So that was fun. So sometimes you do like fun stuff just like in the background.
And then it's just, again, the background character. So they're like, okay, pretend to talk now. And
yeah, exactly. I remember they had like this ice cream stand because they were shooting it at Windrock that was like deserted. And so I was like, what's the ice cream made of? They're like, oh, it's lard so it doesn't melt. I was like, oh, God.
Are you a cat person?
Yeah.
Okay, he just came in, so just wanted to make sure because we actually had some guests that have been allergic. So I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
I feel so bad. I'm sorry. Why didn't you say anything in the beginning?
Oh, no.
I have a bad habit of not asking as well.
No, I adore cats. Oh my goodness.
He's cool. His name is Artemis.
Oh.
He's a cat. I mean, there's
Mhm.
nothing more you can say about cats. He's a cat.
Mhm.
I mean, they have that I love the aspect of like comparing the two because if you have like when I come home, my dog goes crazy. She just loves every attention she can get. Compared to this guy is just like, hey, dude, where the fuck's my food?
Yeah.
And so it's just like, oh man.
Aw, he's sweet.
He's poisoning us all. But cats are amazing. Do you have any animals?
Not at the moment. Next week I'm going to house sit for one of my friend's cats for a few months, so that'll be nice. And probably after I'll get my own cat, adopt one.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
I like that aspect of adopting and not having somebody breed you a cat.
No, I'm wanting to get an older one too, cause like I always go to the like pet stores and I see the older ones and they're like always there for like weeks and I feel so sad. So like now that I finally can adopt one, I'll probably get one that's a little bit older.
Now, you just remember from like weeks ago, you're just like, I'm finally gonna get you. You just wait. You just wait. I'll be back for you.
Oh yeah, I remember I was at Lucky Paws at Coronado and there was this one cat and she was there for like the longest time and it made me so sad. My boyfriend's like, I'm just gonna get you that cat.
Just like yeah, but then apartment aspect and stuff. Do you have a problem with that sometimes? Because I remember when I first moved to Albuquerque, there was pet fees. There's like a bunch of like all kinds of like it's so difficult to have a pet in an apartment.
Yeah, well, that's the reason I didn't get one for the longest time is because I felt bad. I was just, like, in a studio, and, like, I know cats don't mind, like, space, but now that I'm in a little bit bigger, I feel like I can get one, so.
It's more accommodating to them. That's always nice. And you always have to think of it as, like, the cat is like a cat, you know? Unfortunately, like a dog, you know, kind of have to walk the dog and give it a little bit more of attention. Because I know my dog has been kind of like mean to me today because I haven't given her any attention. I've been working on the podcast and stuff, so I noticed that there was something chewed up, and it was because I wasn't giving her attention. And I feel bad, but I don't want to be like, you know, there's so many things going on. It's just like, I'm sorry, dog. I'll give you a walk later on.
Definitely require more like time and attention.
Yeah.
Cats are just like, I'll just nap and eat food. Me too.
I'll just imagine you as a good person. Because that's cat. Our last guest yesterday said that a cat only sees us as cats, so it just sees us as a bigger cat. It's like, hey, dude, what's going on here? Where's your food? I have food.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Cats are very interesting creatures. I don't know if you know like some of their facts and stuff, but like if a cat will eat a human before a dog will because it's just looking for food. That's like, wow, I'm glad that you're gonna love me, little guy. But then again, I'm just like, Angel probably tastes better than I do.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it is what it is. I love the cat though. He's been a good companion. He's really good friends with the dog too. They don't really bicker and fight. They don't have that whole I don't like you coming near to me.
Yeah, that's good.
But I mean, that's animals in general. Is there any other animals that you're into? Like I know the last guest we had ferrets.
I like rats. I used to have rats. They're so cute.
Nice. Any specific like how does owning a rat differ from owning another animal?
I don't know. Well, cause like I got one when I was like younger and I had them for a few years. They're sweet. They're smarter than mice. I know like a lot of people are like scared of rats, but they're like super sweet. You can like teach them tricks. I don't know. I like them.
Nice. That's always good. I knew a couple friends who had rats, and they were just like, "Hey, man, just let the rat run on top of you." I'm just like, "Okay," but it feels weird.
Yeah, I get it.
Because it does has that weird aspect. But I mean, if you're always introduced to them at a young age, or you've always had them, it's just like another animal, another pet. Which in general it is, right? Some people.
Yeah.
I don't get how people have birds sometimes either, too. It's like some birds are nicer than others. I mean. Are birds friendly? I mean, is he gonna like keep squawking at me because I don't give it food?
Yeah, I'm like I'm sort of warming up to snakes. I don't know if I'd own a snake. I used to be afraid of them, and now they're kind of getting a little bit cuter. I don't know.
You see that, you see it, you're just like, that scale is actually kind of cute. That scaliness is cute.
Well, because, like, I'll see all these pictures, and some of my friends will have, like, snakes, and I'm like, oh, they're not too bad.
You see it, you're just like, this is cute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I haven't, like, hold one yet, but I'm trying to warm up to, like, different animals.
That's always cool. That's always good to have, like, an open mind, not being, like, shunned down by, like, oh, I'm never going to touch a lizard, or, oh, I don't want a fish. Ew, fish. Because there's too many animals that you can have. I mean, have you ever owned a fish?
Yeah, as a kid.
Yeah, fishes are their own thing. I mean, you could only do so much. It's not like you can pet it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, let me just corner you into the middle of the tank. I mean, that's just, like, kind of bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, fish are amazing. Animals are amazing in general. I don't know how people can, like, really go out and, like, have exotic animals as pets. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Mike Tyson has a lion or a tiger. How does that work?
I learned the other day, I think I actually learned it while watching a comedy skit, that, like, Texas has, like, is one of the most places that has the most tigers, like, besides one other country.
Yeah.
So
and they're,
like,
privately owned tigers.
Like, people, like, I googled it. I was like, no way, that's true. And they're like, yeah, Texas has a lot of tigers.
Oh man, and it's just I don't know what has the mindset of doing that. It's just like, I want a big cat. Is that what it is? I mean,
yeah.
Just overfeed your cat. It'll be big.
Oh no.
That's weird in itself too. I mean, I can't even think about having a lion or a tiger.
Yeah.
But I mean, they look so cute. I mean, if you've seen those videos, right? Where there's like the animal trainer who plays with like a little kitten or something that's barely growing up, a little lion cub or something.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
I don't get how that works. And then when they get older, they're just like, well, I'm going to eat your face. So I hope you're ready. It's scary.
Yeah.
But animals are great. I love how we talked about animals.
Yes.
Animals are more alien than aliens are.
Yeah?
Because we find different animals all the time that we've never discovered.
Oh,
Say we go out into the rainforest and all of a sudden we find a new lemur or something that's like an alien animal. It's like we've never seen it before. There's more alien life on our planet than we even know. So like I feel like we need to like understand our planet more before we start venturing off into like
I getcha. Especially the oceans. Like, I saw someone post pictures of all these, like, spooky looking fish and creatures in the ocean. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to go to the beach for a while.
Right? And then you think like, holy shit, this giant crocodile is going to come out of nowhere because it's in the ocean. But it's like, it's probably one of those deep deaded kind of.
The deep sea ones,
It's like, you'll never see it unless you want to go see it. That kind of aspect.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's again mind blowing in myself, like, because I think the deepest part of the ocean is only 6 miles long. Only 6 miles. Like if you think about that, that's like driving from here to like the end of like Bernalillo or something. Just driving straight there. 6 miles is the same as going to the deepest part of the ocean.
Oh dang.
I know, right? It doesn't seem like anything, but that's as far as we've ventured off into the ocean.
Yeah.
That's just mind blowing. And then going up, the highest that we've ever been going up till we hit the stratosphere is 11 miles.
Oh, okay.
So the circumference of the Earth is almost 3 times bigger than the deepest part of the ocean and the highest part of the Earth put together.
Dang. Yeah.
I know, right? Mind blowing bullshit. It's just crazy. But that's in itself how wonderful this world is. There's so many cool things out there. Like, you know, the great geology. There's beautiful, beautiful mountain ranges, beautiful oceans, exotic places that probably we'll never get to see. Awesome plants that are out there that we'll never get to see that probably have their own indigenous kind of alien-like thing.
Yeah.
It always blows me away just to know that we don't know pretty much anything about ourselves. It's crazy.
I getcha.
It's weird. So, what else? Tell me more. What else do you have in the works right now? Do you have anything planned out? Obviously, you're working on doing some cosplays, some games that you're probably thinking about buying. I mean, what goes on in a life of Annalisa?
Well, I also draw, and I'm trying to get more into painting.
Nice.
I have like a bit of an artist block right now, but it used to be like every day, like just sketching, and now I like got a job and like entered the adult world. So, like I'm not doing it as much, which is kind of sad, but I'm trying to get back into it.
And that's that aspect too. It's like you have those 8 hours dedicated to it, and you're just like, oh, I wish I can do other things besides the 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, and even on top of that, it's like you have appointments and all this other stuff you gotta do. It's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so I love to draw a lot. And I'm trying to learn how to sew.
But I mean, it's just a slow process, right? It's just something that has to be learned and built up. Because I mean, I've learned some cool sewing techniques, but it all just takes time to practice them. Because I mean, I know about the side hems and like being able to make like sleeves and stuff like that. But I just because I know how to do it doesn't mean I can apply it yet. I mean, I try to make a straight stitch, and I'm just like, no. And I'm still learning. And you see those like I'm pretty sure your grandmother can just like nothing, right? Makes us look like, wow, we're such noobs at this.
Oh yeah, she's like, all right, you just need to hem it now, and I'm like, oh boy, what do I?
Where's the hem gonna start from?
I'm like, well, it's together. It's a start.
We're getting close to making straight lines, but it's just practice. Everything I feel in general in life is just practice. The dancing, the sewing, the music. Even just learning about stuff is just practice.
Oh, yeah.
That is just interesting in itself. Welcome to my podcast.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, this is all it is. It's like we just have a conversation about whatever I can think of. If you have any other topics you want to talk about, that's all it is. Is unscripted, no real biased opinion. I mean, whatever we can talk about, we talk about, and whatever comes up, comes up. I mean, are you a political person? Do you follow politics quite a bit, or are you just like F Trump and I don't need to care about him right now?
I don't know. I'm not heavily into politics. I try and like have an open mind and like see things from like different aspects. I mean, there's some things I have like a firm opinion on, like stuff with the LGBT community, because like I'm pansexual, so like I care about that stuff. And,
okay.
Yeah, but I'm not heavily political. I don't know.
So there are some things that you kind of take notice to when it comes up in politics compared to other things where you're just like, that doesn't interest me as much as it would.
I guess so, yeah.
Because, I mean, there are some things in politics that really don't interest me. Like, I wish I knew more about the tariff laws and all the trading things that are going on. But, I mean, that's so much. And it's just going over my head. It's just like, oh, man, it's so much more to take into account.
Yeah, well, it's hard because, like, I'll try watching the news. Like, sometimes I'll turn the news on, but because it's the Albuquerque news, they'll, like, have a bit of, like, the national news, and then it's like, so-and-so was found in Albuquerque buried underneath a mattress, and I'm like, oh my god.
Right.
So.
And I've always been that firm believer that the news only portrays more bad than good. Like, there's so many good things that happen out there in the world, but they only look for the bad.
Oh yeah, like I finally got my story about a firefighter who rescued a kitten. I'm like, that's all I want to see from the news, just rescue the kittens.
And you know what's funny is that probably happens on a daily basis, all the time, but yet you only hear about it, every 5 years?
Yeah. Ooh,
very rarely.
Some spooky stuff on the news, so yeah, I'm not too informed. Like, I want to be, but I also don't want to have, like, nightmares at night. So
yeah, this negative aspect on the world. That's how I see it, is they kind of build up a negative aspect for you. They're like, let's tell you what's going on in the world. Bad. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, the world's bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's some of the stuff definitely is good to know if they're like, hey, there's an active shooter. Like, I was at my apartment the other day and, like, I heard a gunshot. Everyone's, like, looking around like, it's Albuquerque, but I getcha.
Yeah, it's just the way that it's portrayed. I really wish that they would talk about, like, the greatest achievement that one of the teachers did, or, like, something that a great surgeon did. Like, we never hear about any Albuquerque surgeons that really saved someone's life.
Yeah, really have more of a balance with it.
Yeah, we don't hear anything about that. But yet we still hear about the shooting that the surgeon had to deal with. We don't hear about how the surgeon saved the guy's life. We just hear about the shooting that happened that got him to the hospital, which is kind of a negative aspect. But I don't want to end on a negative note, so we should make this more positive.
Well, you asked about 80s movies earlier, and then I got distracted with arcades.
That's the beauty of this thing, is like there's always something to talk about. Always in life, there's so much stuff to talk about. You did mention a few movies, The Labyrinth. What else? Obviously, probably a big Breakfast Club fan. you ever see that movie?
I did. It's actually not my favorite though.
I mean, it's obviously, but it's a movie that you remember from the 80s.
Yeah, it's a good one.
One of those classics. What else? Terminator? No, that's more of a 90s, but yeah.
I haven't seen it.
No,
I know I need to.
AI. They were just portraying AI in Terminator.
Yeah.
After a while, I mean, you can only see so much Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
I guess so. I know I'm trying to catch up. Like, I finally saw Alien this year, so that's a start.
Oh, I think they are working on a remake of that movie.
I think so. All I remember is that, like, they had the cat on the spaceship, and the cat was saved in the end. I was like, all right, that's all I care about.
That makes sense. You're like, there you go. That's how you end a good movie.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Anything you're excited for in the media right now? Like maybe TV-wise or movie-wise? Movies that you're looking forward to? Music that you're looking forward to, maybe?
Yeah, definitely more Disney movies, because I love Disney. I'm trying to think like what's going on with the sci-fi. 'Cause, like I love sci-fi if it's done well. I don't know. I'm not sure what's out right now.
There's too much stuff to follow.
Yeah, I need to look.
There's way too much stuff to follow. Like I even have this problem of just trying to follow week by week all the TV shows that I'm following, like The Walking Dead or Shameless or Life Off the Boat. Like these are all like sitcoms or TV shows that I'm into, but I have to follow them, and it's just it's hard work. But with that being said, where can they find you? Where's a shout out? Do you like to give out where they can find your work, your cosplay work? Where can my fans find you?
Probably Instagram, because I'll put links to all my other stuff. I mean, my personal one is sugar.ward. My art account is Cotton Candy Corpses with like periods in the middle.
Nice.
And then Inspirion Cosplay is one I like just uploaded. I'm like trying to organize.
Yeah, I saw that too. That you're like, hey guys, I just started this. Make sure to come follow.
Yeah, cause like I noticed all the other people were like moving them. I was like, that's probably a good idea. Maybe be organized. I don't know, cause I'll have like my art and then just my random shenanigans and then cosplay.
Do you think that's better of having them separated or having them together?
I think it's better separated because I've been looking into like marketing and promoting like as a visual artist, and one of the ones I was following was talking about how people are more likely to follow you if you have like a consistent theme, like consistently they follow you and they know they're gonna get this sort of content. So, I don't know. We'll find out.
I don't know either, because I do want to do more with my YouTube channel, but then I don't want people to, like, right now I have, like, a fan base on the podcast. So, if I have something coming up where I, like, start doing more skit comedy, I wouldn't want them to be like, well, this isn't what I tuned in for. And then they just start losing subscribers.
Yeah, I get you.
But then again, I feel like the aspect of having them all there is, like... oh, he does podcasting and he did a skit. That's so cool. I would never expected him to do that, you know? Yeah. So I'm a firm believer of just like smushing them all together.
I getcha. Because now I have like all my art and I'm like, oh no, now people won't see the art, but it's okay. I don't know.
And just, it's just getting to know your audience, I guess, right? Well, with that being said, Annalisa, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
No, I'm so glad. You have to come back. We'll have more topics, more everything to talk about. I mean, the Aladdin movie is going to come out. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
The con's coming up. We can talk about that because there's just going to be a lot of things. And with that being said, cue us out, man. Thank you for watching. You guys are awesome. Go ahead and make sure to follow her and look her up. We also have our Twitch, YouTube, all that good stuff. Make sure to follow us, man. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace.